Alright guys, how you all doing? I'm Fiesta here, and today we have NVIDIA to bundle Redfall Byte Back Edition with GeForce RTX 40 GPU series. AMD Radeon 780M integrated RDNA3 GPU is presumably faster than GeForce RTX 1650 Max-Q in the newest leak. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 Founders Edition getting a price cut in Europe of 1819 euros. PowerColor Radeon RX 7900 XT Hellhound drops to $804. NVIDIA splits GeForce RTX 4070 embargo to MSRP and non-MSRP cards. And lastly, we have the RTX 4070 price leak, and it's probably very insane. Alright, so firstly we have Byte Back with RTX. Basically, the Redfall Byte Back edition is coming with GeForce RTX 40 series. Basically a bundle game that you can buy if you can buy the RTX 4070 or 4070 Ti, 4090, 4080, whatever you buy from RTX 40 series cards, you can get this game for completely free, or basically are bundling it for, of course, for sponsors. So that's really good. If you want to experience this game, I guess this is a good way to do it, though you have to spend more than $800 to do so, because, you know, you need the RTX 4060 or 40 series cards, not 4060. But yeah, basically to buy this game, you can either separately buy it or just buy a graphics card. Next up, we have a Geekbench score of 36,757, an OpenSeal score here, and what we're looking at is basically the AMD Ryzen 7 7840HS with the Radeon 780M graphics here. If you look into the comparison, right here, as you can see, the Radeon 780M iGPU is getting 36,757, comparing with the 1650 Max-Q, as you can see, 35,581. It's quite leading, right? So if you look into the megahertz here, basically the speed is 300 megahertz faster, basically the Radeon GPU we're looking at, or the iGPU I should say, and also it's giving you a better performance, a better score. Though it's quite close, still it's winning by a little margin. I'm guessing around like 9%. It's just a guess again, but it's not a huge gap in my opinion, but still it's quite decent enough. And also it's a new generation, lesser. It allows less wattage to be taken inside, so basically more efficient, right? So yeah, 780M looking not that bad, but again, it's not that powerful either. So yeah, we'll see about that. Next up, we have an article from Calcotland. Basically, NVIDIA is lowering the price of RTX 4090 Founders Edition, and if you look into it, this is the retail in, well, Europe we're looking at. Well, there's the pricing, the 1819 euros, basically a little bit of drop. Yeah, not that bad. I mean, I can understand why they're dropping it. It needs to sell more, so they're dropping the price to 1819 euros, basically. Still, I think it's quite overpriced, but then again, it's a top-of-the-line RTX 4000 series card here, so can't really complain about that. But then again, if you have the money, just buy it. Who cares? Next up, we have Amazon retail here. Basically, the PowerColor Hellhound AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT graphics card has been launched, basically, and the pricing is very appealing. $849, basically, not $899, as you can see, even though it's a MSRP card. But the cooling, however, looks very thick. Yes, it's a thick boy, but I have to say it looks very nice, and the pricing is very appealing. $849, basically $850 USDs, a $50 price cut here. Basically it should have been $899, so that's a fair trade in my opinion, because you're getting a better cooling and lesser price here. We also have basically the ASRock Phantom Gaming, which was already priced lesser, $100 lesser, as you can see, not $899, it's $799. And also basically the PowerColor reference model also had the similar pricing we were looking at, which is $819, basically $820. And this is a good trend we're looking at towards the AMD RX 7900 XT, which should have been the MSRP card anyway in the first place, because it doesn't really make sense having $899 as the price for the RX 7900 XT, because 7900 XTX you just can buy it only for $100 more and can gain a lot more performance. So this pricing kind of makes sense, and I can see why they're doing the same thing for the PowerColor Hellhound here. That card looks really nice, I have to say. Next up, we have an interesting story about RTX 4070 review embargo. And if you look into it, basically, the product needs to be released in two different times. That's kind of weird, because for MSRP only, they're launching in April 12th, or basically the reviews are getting launched in April 12th. But for non-MSRP models, it will be April 13th. I don't know why they're doing that, but maybe we do know why in the next story. And that's really interesting. And kind of heartbreaking. Next up, we have Moore's Law that has provided some information for the RTX 4070 pricing, and according to him, it's quite alarming, basically. And he also mentions one more thing, and that is why we're having two different dates for the embargo, like the MSRP only on April 12 and non-MSRP at April 13. Well, I guess we know why they're doing that, because as you can see, in April 12 they're gonna be costing $749 for the RTX 4070, basically. So that's the MSRP that they're confirming here, that the Founders Edition will be $749.99. Or we don't really know if they're gonna be exact same pricing for the Founders Edition, but according to this leak here, I guess it's gonna be $749.99, which is suggesting that that's gonna be the MSRP. But if you look into the April 13th models you're looking at, that's gonna be the other higher end models that gonna be reaching up to $799. That is the plan for now. But they're also considering that they're gonna be lowering the price according to the market here. But knowing NVIDIA, this is probably way too high, and also a money grab, basically. So I don't think $750 is a really good price for the RTX 4070. Very less drop in terms of performance, because RTX 4070 and 4070 Ti should be very much close. Not that close, but still it's gonna be close enough. But yeah, the pricing doesn't look really appealing to me, because $749, it seems like way too high. It should have been like around $650. That's my guess. $650 should have been more appropriate, but yeah, $749, it just doesn't make sense, because it's a mid-range card and you're paying literally high-end type of pricing here, so not really appealing to me. So yeah, this leak is not exciting, but that is the reality. Alright, that is it for today. What do you think about the NVIDIA's different embargo for the MSRP and non-MSRP cards and the pricing? Do you think they're trying to hide the fact that they're increasing the pricing for the MSRP and also the non-MSRP card, giving an excuse that the non-MSRP cards cost more because of their beefy cooling and whatever? But yeah, I think that is an excuse, because RTX 4070 at $749 doesn't seem appealing at all, in my opinion. You tell me. Comment down below, and of course like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.